everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is me, Nikki Sinha, here in front of you with yet another very informative video. And this video is all about the question which has been asked very frequently, and that is UGC-NET Certificate, how to download it, and what is the validity of this certificate. Okay, so let's try to answer as many questions as possible. All right, first of all, suppose you have given your exams, you have checked your results, you have qualified it. How do you prove that you have qualified it? That is where the UGC-NET certificate, which is issued by NTA and UGC, comes into play. All right. So what you get is a digital form of the certificate. Okay. Now this certificate can be used in interviews. It can be used in application forms. Why? Because this is an authentic digital certificate which you get. So let's get into the details of it now. All right. Okay. So once you have qualified your NET exams, NTA issues a certificate, fine. So who is the issuing body here? NTA is the issuing body, and this is basically to appreciate those candidates who have qualified for their exams. Now, as I told you, this is an authentic digital copy, guys. Now, this digital copy can be attached in application forms, in interviews, etc. Right? So this is an authentic digital copy which is approved by UGC. So the University Grants Commission approves this authentic digital copy, which ensures that candidates have qualified NTA NET exam are eligible for obtaining the certificate. Now, the certificate here are different. So you have two different certificates. If you have applied for a normal NET exam, the certificate that you will get will be for UGC-NET, okay? But if you have applied for UGC-NET JRF, in your application form only, you have to mention that you are also applying for JRF. There's a separate cutoff for both of them. So if you're able to meet the cutoff for JRF, the certificate which will be given to you will be for UGC-NET JRF certificate. Okay. So you will have different certificates. But remember, you have to make sure that you have mentioned this in your application form when you are applying for it. So when you're applying, you have to mention that yes, you are applying for JRF or not. Okay. And depending upon your qualification, depending upon whether you have qualified it or not, you will be given a certificate. Okay. And as I told you, this is an authentic digital copy which has been issued by NTA and approved by the UGC. All right. Now, so how do you download the certificate? As in, what details can you use to download your e-certificate? Okay. So obviously you have, once you've given your exams and you have qualified it, you have to download that certificate. Okay. So you can download that certificate using roll number or application number. The roll number which has been given to you during your exam, during your UGC-NET exam, or the application number which was given to you while you were filling your form for UGC-NET exam. So you can use either. All right. Then you have to use your date of birth which you have filled. Then you can use the exam session. Now, exam session here means in what session? First shift or second shift? When have you given your exam? Right? So you have to enter that as well. And obviously CAPTCHA code. Now be a little careful with CAPTCHA code because I have seen a lot of students making mistake here. So be very careful with this. So what is the CAPTCHA code? I'm sure you know. So you have codes like this, okay, which you have to enter, isn't it? So when you're entering this, just make sure that you're following the capital and the small letters. The letters which are in capital has to be entered in capital, and the letters which are in small has to be entered in small. Okay, so you have to use the CAPTCHA code. Okay, now let's talk about the validity of these certificates. Now, as I told you guys that you will be given 2 different certificates depending upon what you have opted for, isn't it? So, whatever you have opted for, if you have opted for UGC-NET only, you will have a different certificate, and if you've opted for UGC-NET JRF, it will be a different certificate. Okay. Now, the validity of both the certificates are also different. Fine. So, UGC-NET certificate for Junior Research Fellowship, which is JRF, is only valid for 3 years. Okay, this is only valid for 3 years, and within this 3 years, you should be able to enroll yourself in a PhD institute, in a college, in a university, which offers a PhD program, and it should be recognized by UGC. So, if you enroll in PhD, you will start getting the funding which you have opted for. But this is only valid for 3 years. So, within 3 years, you have to get enrolled into it. Okay? Then, the UGC-NET, the normal UGC-NET actually has no prescribed validity. So, it has no prescribed validity as such. So, once you have cleared it, you have cleared it. Okay? There is no expiration date here for the UGC-NET certificate, right? So, you can use that certificate to apply for the post of assistant professor at any point of time once you have cleared it. So, there is no validity as such or no expiration date as such for a certificate for UGC-NET only. Okay, but for JRF it is 3 years. All right. Now, let's come to the most important part, which is how do you download this certificate? This is actually a very important question, and I've seen a lot of people getting very confused. So, let's understand that. So, what are you going to need? As I told you earlier, you can download the certificate using your exam roll number or application number. All right. So, what do you have to do? You have to visit the official website. And what is the website? It is ecertificate.nta.ac.in. That's it. The dot here is not something which you will enter when you are entering this address in the address bar. So, this is going to be ecertificate.nta.ac.in. Now, once you have entered this in your address bar, a home page will open, right? So, you will have to log in. Now, while you are logging in, you have to select the institution or the exam that you have given. So, either it will be UGC-NET or CSIR-NET. Okay. After this, again, you have to enter CAPTCHA code. Now, how do you select UGC-NET or CSIR-NET? So, there is going to be a drop box, right? There is going to be a drop down list. So, you click on it, a list will appear. Okay. In that list, you will have options, UGC-NET, CSIR-NET. So, you have to choose what? You have to choose UGC-NET. Okay. Once you have chosen this, you have to enter the CAPTCHA code. After entering the CAPTCHA code, you have to use the proceed button. Once you have done that, you will be taken to another page. Now, in this page, you can enter either, so you can enter application number or roll number. So, it is an option between these two, right? So, option between application number and roll number. Fine. Then, date of birth, exam session and CAPTCHA code, these are mandatory. Here you have no option. Okay. You have to enter. You have to enter the date of birth. You have to enter exam session and you have to enter CAPTCHA code. The only option that you have is between Either you can enter the application number or the roll number which has been given to you during your examination. Okay. Now, once you have entered these details, you are again going to click proceed, and then the certificate, the e-certificate will be displayed on the screen. You can then download this e-certificate, keep it with you. You can take out printouts of this, and then you can attach it in your interviews, uh, in your application forms, right? So this is how you download the certificate. So I really hope that this video has been able to answer all of your questions regarding the certificate, regarding how to download it, and regarding the validity as well. I really hope that you found this video useful. If you still have any queries and if you still need any clarifications, please feel free to address them in the comment section, and we will be more than glad to help you out with it. So till then, this is me, Nikki Sinha, signing off. I will now see you in the next lecture. Till then, please take care.